In het SAIS-gebouw van het ministerie van Landbouw, Veeteelt en Visserij hebben we vandaag gehad de Non-Timber Forest Products Visie Stakeholders Platform Inception Workshop. En dit allemaal onder het toeziend oog van de Suriname Agriculture Market Access Project, Samap. Nou, wat is het groter doel van de workshop die er vandaag is gehouden? En waarom is dit nodig? Wat zal er verder hiermee gebeuren? Daarover spraken wij met Erik Ceballos, Samap Chief Technical Advisor, die aangeeft waarom deze workshop gehouden moest worden. Wat het huiswerk zal zijn, maar wat ook de follow-up zal wezen. We voeren nu naar dit verslag. What is the main purpose of the workshop of today?
Today we have gathered mostly producers of what we call non-timber forest products. These are products that grow mostly in the forest. For example, podosiri, for example, maripa, crapa, those that prepare for oil. The products that grow in the forest but are not cultivated. And Suriname has a strong potential in those products because the country is almost 80% forest of the Amazon, and there is a number of products that we even don't know today that may have an export opportunity in the markets. So the workshop today brought different processors, producers, processors and exporters that are already working in some of these non-timber forest products to find mechanisms and ways to help them to work together on what we call value chain platforms. So the objective of the session today was to discuss with them how they can organize better, how they can work in cooperation and in collaboration if they want to develop opportunities to access markets abroad.
Can you explain that with an example?
Yes, for example, we were discussing today with producers and farmers what are the reasons why people are not working together. And they told us, well, people don't trust each other. And that's one of the main elements that people is doing individually their own effort. But then we ask, what if you work together? Would you be able to produce more quantity, better quality? And they responded, yes. If we work together, perhaps we can respond better to the markets. So it's a very clear indication that they clearly see the opportunities and the potential of working together, but they are lacking incentives. They are lacking initiative and will to make that work. So our project is here to try to motivate, to incentivize, and to give them the tools to come and work in coordination and in collaboration.
So that is what Samap is doing?
Samap is about that. Samap is trying to help the country to build the opportunities for the agriculture sector in vegetables, fruits, roots and tubers, and non-timber forest products to access markets. But to do that, they need to do it together. They need to build strategic partnerships. They need to come together, small producers with medium-sized producers, with processors, with exporters, because that is the only way that they will meet the demands in terms of quantity and quality from external markets.
But is it only not working together that is a problem, or do we have other problems also?
There are other challenges as well, and that is not the only one. Of course, problems start from the production, that producers are not in the capacity yet to meet the quantity that is required, and that is because they are not implemented good agriculture practices, for example. So the project provides technical assistance, training and support for farmers to improve their productivity, to improve their production, but also the quality and the standards that the markets are requiring. So training, capacity building. The project also is helping them understanding those markets, doing studies and assessing the market conditions and what are the things that they need to do in order to improve the production here. And finally, the project is supporting the efforts of the government of Suriname to develop the institutions for food safety. the standards that the producers need to meet in order to enter markets abroad, and that they can maintain their market opportunities there.
And the access to the markets of which countries?
Well, we have been prospecting several opportunities. So Suriname has a strong potential to position their products in the CARICOM region. You don't need to go too far. The markets are close. So that is one of the markets that we are helping to explore for Suriname. Suriname has a traditional market access already in Europe through the Netherlands. There are a number of products like Sopropo and others that are already exporting there. So we are supporting their efforts to improve their opportunities, but also exploring new markets in North America, in the US, Canada, etc. But all will depend on how the different products that we are identifying can compete with other countries, because as you produce here pineapples, other countries do the same. So we need to see where Suriname has the best opportunity and the uniqueness of their products that will position them better in those markets.
Yeah. Talking about vegetables, Suriname faces a problem now with the European markets. They are asking for more to go greener, if I can say so. How is Samap helping Suriname in this process?
Samap has a component that we call good agriculture practices. To access markets in Europe, they are very demanding. They want you to meet the phytosanitary regulations and certifications, the food safety regulations and certifications. So, together with the Ministry of Agriculture, we are providing training for farmers on good agricultural practices on how to manage their products, how to manipulate to ensure that they are not putting too much pesticides, that there are no residues, but also when you are already processing your products, packing your products, that they meet the standards in food safety. We're working with a number of consultants that will provide that expertise and that capacity to farmers in different sectors, not only Sopropo, but all other vegetables, fruits, and the other sectors that we will exporting.
And how is it going?
At the moment, it's going, but it's starting to take a better momentum, precisely because of the requirements of the EU and the potential risk that the country face to lose their market access. The Ministry of Agriculture put in place a very solid plan in the short term to meet those requirements, and that is how Samap is currently working with them to assist with our resources.
So, what will be the homework of today and the follow-up?
The homework of today is that all these producers, processors, and exporters that came today, I think they are thinking that it's not a bad idea to start to organize and to put in place a structure that will be operational. So the next step will be to move from the inception to the operationalization of a value chain platform, to establish the rules of the game, to have a plan, to have a vision, and to start to facilitate the implementation. That is what we will do in the coming months as we go with Samap.